Alright, let's calm down now. Alright, come on, calm down. We're back to do another review. Now I've tried to do some research on this, let's be honest. I haven't found too much, don't know the origins, don't even know who makes it. This cigar was given to me, so let's take a look at this Asylum 13. It's a nice stick. It's a huge boy, 7x70. The only thing my local tobacconist could tell me about it was that they come in three sizes: 5x50, 6x60, and 7x70, all in a nice Maduro wrapper, and some with a kind of a green barber pole on it. Now this one, I'm going to show you right off the bat. Again, don't really show it too well on the little video screen that I got. The foot is kind of cracked, and a little bit further down, say about at the 2/3, maybe halfway point, it's cracked again. You can actually see that one pretty good. So I'm not sure how this one's going to smoke, but I say we cut this thing and see where it brings us. Wow. Didn't really expose too much of the leaf. I have to go with a second cut here. Third cut. This stick is so big it's breaking my cutter. So I think for the next one we're just gonna go straight up with our punch. So we're gonna try and fire this thing up. Now on these bigger ring gauges, because there's more leaf, it's going to take a little bit longer to actually get a nice good glow on it. Now right away on the toast, it's definitely got some chocolate, some pepper notes in there. And it's a real loose draw. We'll keep this thing going, let you know what we got. Alrighty, you can see it looks like this stick is pretty much going into my face. Wanted to take this time to show off the christening of my new ashtray. Does hold two. Cell phone's there for a reason. That's my timepiece that I've always talked about. This stick is so big, you see it doesn't hardly sit in that holder, but that's what we got. And for those that always wanted to see, this is the entire set of Cigar Smoking Vets. Not too glamorous, but it is what it is. We got more of this stick coming up for you. Now, one thing I don't like about these some of these larger ring gauges is that the burn can be off by quite a deal. So, what you say we grab our trusty little torch and touch it up. Never actually watched myself as I'm touching it up before, so normally I'm a little bit quicker with the draw, so to speak. So far the ash is holding on real good. It's a nice, real loose draw. Nothing's changed. We are about 13 minutes into it, and we're about halfway through the first third, so it's going to be a fairly long smoke here, folks. Now, just in case I forgot to introduce myself, that's me right there. Matt from CigarSmokingVets right here on YouTube. And I might as well get it out of the way right off the bat. New Facebook page. Go ahead and like us. Sorry. Slide the chair over too so you can fully see it. Right there. Facebook.com/CigarSmokingVets14. You guessed it. You guessed it, the train's still here. Hopefully we'll be back after this train and no other interruptions. As you can see, the ash is holding on. We are now about almost 20 minutes into it, and we've got that first third is holding on one good chunk, but you can see the burn is off and it's getting a little light over here. So I'm going to go ahead and tap this off into the ashtray. You can see how it's holding real strong right there in the center. The cherry is. So we're going to see how this goes. As far as flavors, the sweetness of the chocolate sweetness has kind of given way to more of an earthy tone, and that black pepper, the hints of black pepper have really stayed there. So this is turning out to be a fairly decent smoke. Touched it up once. I'm not sure if that's because of the issue with the foot in the condition it was given to me, or if that's just, again, natural with these larger ring gauges. We are coming up on that one issue that we had about halfway through the stick. So we're going to see. So far it hasn't been any issue. The wrapper, or excuse me, the binder has really kept the stick together. So stick around, we got more for you. So I was talking with a friend, on Saturday, and talk about a hell of a schedule. After missing 6 weeks of work with the surgery that I had, I came right back on top of my 4 10-hour schedule shifts. Did a couple extra shifts for 10 hours each, and in the first 11 days I was back, I ended up racking up 102 hours in 11 days, and a little bit tired. But this is October. We got sports going on. Tell you true date on this here. The NLCS is going on. And going into tonight's game, the Cardinals were up 2-0. They went for games 3, 4, and 5 in Los Angeles, and the American League is off tonight, tied at a game apiece. Last night's game, Ortiz had a nice homer, if you want to say it. Yeah, let's say it right. It was a grand slam homer, tying it in the bottom of the 8th with a walk-off single, driving in the winning run in the 9th inning. So we wanted to switch things up, not just make it all about the jokes. I asked earlier today on the Cigar Smoking Vets page what you, the CSV, the CSV World, wanted to see here on these videos. Down here, you can comment on the YouTube. You can also comment on our Facebook page. All those addresses will be coming up when we wrap up this stick. Alright, now I can tell there's a little bit of canoeing going on here as I'm touching it up. With the one area with the issue, you can actually see smoke was coming. There it goes. And it's peeling more of the binder away, so binder and wrapper. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this. Never really seen one smoking from the center of the stick, but we're gonna keep this going for you. It's a real good stick so far. You know what? I know on my personal Facebook page, I've gone on some rants. And before this whole government shutdown thing, threatening to cut everything out for veterans. You know, we never really spoke politics here on CSV. One of those, everybody has their own opinions, and you know, who's really right about it? And now it's affecting us as veterans. So I say, forget the little D for Democrat, forget the little R for Republican, or the little I for Independent. What we need, in my opinion, is just one political party. Put a little asterisk with an A. The American Party. But CSV World, until we get some of this shit straight, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about politics. About 35 minutes in, we're just finishing up and I don't have a ruler on me, but roughly finishing up the second third, and the sweetness is all gone. It's a real strong earth. The black pepper is kicking in a little more. The finish is pretty much a creamy consistency, lasting a fair amount. Strength wise, this is a medium, mild to medium, medium at the fullest. Not a bad stick for beginning smokers. I wouldn't say have this as your first stick ever. Might be a bit too strong for you body wise, strength wise. Flavor wise, it's real good. Let's get through this final third Now we have passed that problem area in the center, and see where it takes us. Alright, we're going to start the wrap up a little early here. As you can see, still got about an inch, if I get my fingers to the very nub. We got about an inch left on this stick. We got a lot to cover here in the wrap up. Remind you of everything that we've got here on Cigar Smoking Vets, as well as the complexity of this stick. It was the Asylum 13. The stick was 70 ring gauge, 7 inches long, so a 7x70 stick. Right on the light, sweet with some black pepper, transitioned into some earthy tones. Then it went to some dry tobacco. Strength started off mild, maybe mild to medium. Towards the second third, it went to a medium strength. Then right here in the final third, towards the nub, it got down more towards the more of a medium to full. And it's still sticking with earthy tones with some dry, more of a dry tobacco flavor. Not much on, maybe a slight hint of black pepper on the finish. Now here on Cigar Smoking Vets, you can go ahead, and they've changed it on me since the last time I was here. I believe the subscribe button is now right here. And once I have it uploaded, I'll make my adjustments from there. But I believe it's right there. And the like button is just off to the other side, whereas subscribe used to be up. Subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel. You'll get an email when we do any other, whether it be an update as to what we have in stock, or we do other reviews, or if there's a cigar event. Another way you can follow us is like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/CigarSmokingVets14. Now the email, I haven't checked that. That's gone by the wayside. The Twitter, I've tried to get in. That's gone. So YouTube and Facebook is the only way that you can be in touch with us. If you have any questions, one thing we used to say in the Army, I think it was probably said military-wide, and some of you friends, members of the CSV World, can help me out here. The only silly or stupid question is the one not asked. So if you have any questions, feel free to just right below in the comments section, either on the Facebook or the YouTube, and if we don't answer them right there on that site, then we can also address it in a future video. I guess I didn't really have anything else. I thought there was more that could finish out the stick. As you can see, we're winding it real low now. Not quite burning the fingers. So with the magic of editing, we'll give our signature sign off with a little twist. Yes, with the magic of editing, there was one other thing. going right back to addressing the questions issue, is that if you're, like we were saying in the intro video, and we'll repost that here on the Facebook page as well, is if you're thinking about picking up cigars as a hobby, then I can answer your questions if you have any. Please feel free. Just ask the questions away. Don't feel ashamed that you don't know this, that, or the other. It'll be a great source of information and knowledge. Until next time. Happy smoking.